What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have some Game of Thrones: A Card Game 2nd Edition spoilers for you from the upcoming Chapter Pack expansion, A Journey to Oldtown. These were originally spoiled during our weekly live stream on the channel, but I've cut them out of that live stream to put them in this smaller video and make them easier to find for you guys. So if you haven't seen it, continue watching. And if you have any thoughts on these cards of your own, feel free to leave them in the comment section below on this video. That would be always appreciated. And I'd love to see what you guys think of these cards. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the spoilers. But we're going to reveal our spoilers here. I have Alex Hines joining me, and our senior card spoil correspondent, analyst Kevin Austin. Hey guys, so I have the chat up on the screen, so I want you guys to get involved and let us know what you think of these cards. We'll drop them both back to back. We'll talk about the first one first, obviously, and then the other one after that, and then we'll get back to the games. So I want to thank all you guys for joining us, and let's get to it. So here it is for you guys, so you can see, and then just figure out how to get up on the screen here. So we're gonna do the Gates of the Moon. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. If you need it to be larger, let me know. I'll go around here.
Cover my face.
Cover There we go. Is that better?
Probably.
Alright.
This is your mic?
Yeah. That should hear us okay.
The mute button's not on?
No, the mute button's not on. I can see green bouncing around here. We're okay. Yeah. So Alex, you want to read the card out?
Sure. This is Gates of the Moon, a unique one-cost neutral location. It is contested. House Aaron, limited. Increase the gold value on each opponent's revealed plot card by 1, and it gives you +2 gold. First two things that jump out at me, that contested trait, it's really good to lay siege to this...
Yeah, that's what I thought about right away. I'm like, can I put lay siege in my deck just because I know that's going to be popular?
And the second is that I just played a game against John Neal where he was completely unable to ever get 2 gold out of his underground vaults. But if he'd played this, he would have been able to get 2 gold out of his underground vaults.
Yep. Underground vaults, that's what it's for.
I actually think this card's pretty good. I think the tempo loss, you don't necessarily want to play this on a turn where you are going first, because that tempo will play out. But in the end, I think the +1 gold from paying 1, it's a use that we see out of a lot of cards, and this is better than if it gave you +1 gold and your opponent none.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
What do you think, a 1 or a 3, or what do you go with this since it's unique?
It's unique and limited. It has to be 1.
Yeah, just 1.
You can't afford to draw a second copy.
Kevin, what do you think about it?
It's interesting, yeah, as Alex said, it's interesting with the Underground Vault. You might have it as a one-of in decks like that, where you're not playing white tree, because that would kind of be an anti-synergy. Otherwise, it would be interesting. It'd be fine in decks where you're emptying an opponent's hand on the regular, so getting the extra gold doesn't matter that much.
That's what I was thinking of. It reminds me of like trading with the Batoshi, right? Like giving the opponent that gold, and like you're feeling it. As long as you're like playing resets or like hand destruction, maybe you're just like, yeah, spend that money.
Yeah,
spend
like
that money.
Wardens of the West or Spider's Web. That's that type of thing.
There's also another aspect to it, which is that it's gold differential. So if you're playing Counting Coppers, turning Counting Coppers, a 2 gold into a 4 gold plot is doubling. If your opponent's playing Late Summer Feast, turning his 9 gold plot to a 10 gold plot is a marginal benefit.
Yeah.
So if you are playing against the kind of people, it's a little less common now with venereal disease in the meta. But if you're playing against people who are dropping big guys and playing the big plots, this is less. The drawback is lesser against them because it's not going to be as big of a difference.
Yeah, if we're seeing more attrition type decks where they're playing mid-range plots, then it's not great because you're helping them out. As Alex says, if they're playing the larger scale, then your help will not be that great.
The other card it makes awesome is Wildling Bandits, right? That's
They still have to keep the gold.
Yeah, that's right.
But it helps them out, right? Your opponent will take. They won't know what to do with that gold.
It automatically turns on loot.
And
Loot,
exactly,
yeah,
that's
loot.
Right.
All right, these cards have a place now. But I like it just that it's another economy location, some varied economy. I like the way you've been getting it in the last cycle. It's just another one.
It was one of the early complaints about the game was wasn't enough variety.
Especially coming from first edition to second when you used to, just spam out all these different economy locations and different ones for different decks.
Yeah, this one is still limited though, so it will be
true.
slots.
But that's a good thing. That means that people aren't running the same 8-9 limited.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
the deck might have a different set of limited.
Yes, I don't see this making a lot of that cut, but like maybe it'll be in 5-10% of interesting decks.
See how often people play Great Halls and aren't using them for the 2 reduction.
Shuffling your house card in.
Shuffling my house card in. How often people play Great Hall, and that's actually my banner, so my house is even further in here. The number of times that people play Great Hall and are mostly getting a 1 reduction out of it, this is equivalent.
Not everybody's playing your Wex Pikes exclusively for that.
And Maester Windermere, it's all great.
Sure.
Theon.
So we got some comments in the chat. Someone's talking about playing it in Melee. Big group hug for everybody.
Sure.
And what do you guys think about it in Melee?
I would not do that.
I would not play it in Melee, no.
All right.
Like, sure, you might
It's funny the way they say all your opponents, right? So they're kind of like, it's one of those cards you read and you're like, Melee?
Yeah.
But why?
That just means that it plays out the same way in Melee as it does in Joust, in that all of your opponents get that benefit. But the difference is, your opponents are not all going to be playing 9 gold pots, or your opponents are not all going to be playing the same kinds of decks. So you can't leverage it to the same extent, I think.
Good for setup, I think is what is being said here. Replaces a Rose Road in your deck. Just replaces 1 Rose Road.
Sure. If you're not going, if you're not needing that 0 setup.
Exactly. It depends on setup calculations.
And someone mentioned Summer Harvest, but then Alex O'Shea quickly shot that down with printed gold value.
Yeah, so it doesn't change your opponent's...
Yeah, it doesn't change Summer Harvest. But yeah, so I guess on to the next card?
Yeah, sure. That's Gates of the Moon.
A more exciting card.
Art isn't great, I
A
guess.
slightly more exciting card.
That's not how I picture the Gates of the Moon.
Oh yeah, the art that we can... Yeah,
Yeah, because it's supposed to be kind of like what it is on the show, where it's like surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you think they do a
Very
further
narrow.
out shot, right? Like with it, that looks like it's
He's got a
surrounded by
drawbridge,
mountains.
and then, no, it doesn't really feel like it's Gates of the Moon.
The art they could get on the deadline, right? They're waiting for
Did this card not have a...
Who's even coming up there? Like, who's marching up to the Gates of the Moon?
Not important, just normal merchants. Did this...
night.
Was Gates of the Moon not represented in first edition, or did the art...
I think it was at the very end of the cycle.
I don't remember.
The last
I don't remember.
Not memorable.
Alright, we're going to switch to our next card here. And it is Thoros of Myr. Kevin, you want to read that one out for us?
Thoros of Myr is a 5-cost, unique, neutral card. He has a military and an intrigue icon, and he's 3 strength. He has the Brotherhood and Valora traits. He has Renown and the Interrupt. When another non-loyal character you control would be killed, kneel Thoros of Myr and discard 1 power from him to save that character. That is Thoros of Myr, and he has the Brotherhood trait, unlike his companion.
Unlike Barrack.
Yeah, he's interesting.
Not that Barrack needs him.
Not that Barrack... No, Barrack doesn't need him, and neither of them needs the Brotherhood trait yet, but it's there. He's interesting. It's a nice neutral renown character, good for the size. He's definitely interesting with the first thing you would think of, which would be Mel.
Yeah, the Rellor trade is what I like.
Fine size to turn that on. He can save Mel in those cases that she would be dying, and he has power on him. You can Consolidation of Power to put power on him if you really want to. But then he'd also be knelt, so that's just planning for the future.
You have to kneel him as well?
Yeah, you have to kneel him and the power has to come off him.
That's a harsh cost.
Yeah, that is.
The kneel and the power.
Like, obviously, it's fine for Valor.
And he can't save himself. So
That's the one I didn't like. I didn't.
Hey, Thoros is very selfless like that.
So you have to run like 3 to try to get dupes on him to like...
I don't know. I guess the kneel is really, as he bows down and gives the kiss of life for whatever. It's just, it's thematic, but the combination of those two brings the power level way down, the kneel and the power discard.
I have a feeling later in the cycle we're going to see some stuff that maybe an attachment or something that might work with more location that helps out Brotherhood in some way that might make him a little, his ability a little better, like a way to maybe save other Brotherhood, I don't know, or something like that. But
yeah, when you save one, you can save another.
Yeah,
or something.
I don't know.
I think it needs a little bit more. I think you're right. It's a
because you can't slap bodyguards on him.
5 costs that you can put in to protect Melisandre, but I don't really see any other use for it right now.
Let's see what the chat's saying.
Yes, it has to be the lowest.
Longship Iron Victory value. The Needle hurts the synergy. Counter with the Renown that feeds the ability.
Yeah, you won't get another Renown on him that turn. So if he gets the
Well,
one
you also
Renown,
be saving him, or if it's a mass kill, then you'd
yeah,
be saving
then
him.
he'd be
And,
dying anyway. Yeah.
It would be better if it was Neil, another Brotherhood character.
Neil a Brotherhood character, yeah. But then it would lose the thematic value.
Yeah, that's true. 5
Oh
cost
no, because you
new-
could Neil
no
Barrick
winning.
and he could save Lady Stoneheart. So that'd be fine.
There's just no winning.
So middle of the road for me.
Thoro's way too expensive.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
With that, he could be 4.
You think so?
If he, I don't think he
4
would be
for 3?
overpowered with that effect.
4-cost renown character?
Yeah, I think
We have 4
Neutral?
cost renown
Well,
characters.
that's neutral.
We have non-loyal 4 cost renown characters, but you're right. Black
fine.
Boulder doesn't count? Isn't he 4 cost?
Blackwater
Renown?
doesn't count.
That. There's a card under the agenda. Switch it with the top card.
he needs vigilance.
Or
Whatever that
vengeful.
means.
Or
Or
vengeful,
vengeful, yeah. Sorry,
I
Kip.
guess I don't have to show you.
Yeah, he's just too expensive. See 1 copy in a Brotherhood deck. And,
I mean, I don't know if the Brotherhood deck is a thing. I think he might be 1 copy in a Melisandre-based deck.
Yeah.
That's where I put him right now.
Yeah. Ben's saying he's glad he's a 5 because he keeps playing against Ward right now. So
That's also true.
yeah, I think he's all right. I just have a feeling there's more Brotherhood stuff that'll come down the road that'll make him.
Oh, you can put Ruby or Valor on him. What's the event? The Ritual of Valor? That's
Where
what.
that costs X and for every
Puts
standing,
power.
for every standing.
Hey, we still have to be standing. Oh goddamn.
I know, it's just there is no winning.
There's absolutely no winning.
All right. Yeah, that's the spoilers. How much?
That's right. Those are neutral cards.
So
Yeah,
what are
that's-
the numbers? 37, 38. So there are 2 cards after it.
Yeah, there's the red door and then there's a plot.
House of the Red Door and a plot. Do we know
Yeah.
what the plot is yet?
We don't.
Okay.
And this
Yeah,
is
so you can't play House of the Red Door with Gates of the Moon. Unfortunately.
Because it's limited.
And
Very
this-
sad.
And I know you were all thinking about it.
You can still do Godswood. You're fine.
There you go. You could still do God's
Or no,
Eye.
God's
Does
Eye.
he mean Kingswood?
No, I'm using
do
one.
God's Eye. Yeah.
God's Eye.
God's Eye.
Yeah, God's Eye.
Thought you were hinting at something.
Always.
Always
Future
some sort of mystery,
spoilers.
or just forgetting things.
Yeah.
All right. So these are from the next chapter pack, Journey to Oldtown. So that's a couple of the neutral cards.
Do you have a
And-
release date for that?
We don't, but within the next 3 weeks.
Yeah,
the next 2 or
3-ish
3
weeks probably. Yeah.
They haven't sent me
But-
my copy yet.
Well, I think the 21st is what I'm thinking. Like
Oh,
around.
my birthday. Oh, that's fantastic.
How convenient.
Nice. All right.
You'll get
Everyone
a
knows
week and a
that.
half
I
before your
know
birthday.
I'll get it earlier. So
A
I'll
little
complain
close
that
to
I
the
got it.
holidays, though. Like usually that's like a quiet time for releases, like the week before Christmas. But if they keep on schedule, that's good. Something to play with. All right, guys.
Get hired.